How are you? Welcome to this ICT lesson. Today I want to introduce you to some of the basic calculation operators in MS Excel. Just in mathematics, there are four main basic operations. The first one you know very well is what we call addition, where you take numbers and you can add them together, and this is a very common operation which is used around us. For example, if you have gone to do shopping and you've purchased different items, if you want to know the total amount to pay, they will add all the figures from each and every item which you are buying, and finally you get a total. So total is associated with addition, and we will look at it and how it is used in MS Excel. Another one is this one, what we call subtract or subtraction operator, or some people call it minus. To minus from basic mathematics is to remove a certain figure or amount from another number, and you can as well do it in MS Excel by using what we call subtraction operator. And this one, which looks like a dash, is our subtraction operator in MS Excel. Another common operation is multiplication, where you can be given two numbers, then you multiply and you get the result. In MS Excel, you can as well do multiplication, but here we are not using the other symbol which is common in basic mathematics. This in computer, we don't use this which looks like an X. Rather, we use the star to do multiplication operations. The final basic operation you could do is the division, and here in computer we are not using the one in pure mathematics which looks like this, with the two dots and a dash. This one is used in written mathematics, but in computer mathematics we are using this /. Don't confuse the / with the other type of slash, this one which we call backslash. This one which I'm typing right now is what we call backslash. This is a backslash, and in Excel, when you want to divide, you don't use the backslash. So this is wrong. Rather, you should go ahead and use the /, because it is leaning towards the right hand, and this is the one we use for division. I will go ahead and start Excel and show you how we use the operators. I will go to the search box and type EX, and you can see the name is suggested. I will just click it. Once Excel has loaded, I will go to blank workbook and just double click, and here you can see we have cells. These boxes, we call them cells. This is the spelling for a cell, and a group of cells running from top to bottom, and which are numbered A, B, C, D like this. We call them columns. One is called column. If there are many, we call them columns. So columns are labeled A, B, C, D. These ones from left to right, which are groups of cells in a straight line running from left to right, we call them rows. Okay, these are what we call rows. Now I'm going ahead and doing a basic mathematics here, and here in this calculation here, I am going to assume that we have student marks. So I'm going to write here student name, and this student maybe is going to sit for 3 exams: mathematics, English, and probably maybe geography. Now, once the student has sat for the exam, we will record the marks here so that we can calculate the marks. So I'm going to write here total so that we are able to do the total. I will also want to calculate average so that I know across all the 3 subjects what is the score for that student. Then I will go ahead and have this as a numbering column. I will go and make these titles bold and probably give it a red color. I will go ahead and select a few cells, just a few of them, and I want to put borders around. So I will just come here and click this small down arrow and choose here all borders like that. Then I can go ahead and select these titles and give them maybe a yellow background. Now I'll just come here and write 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe 5. Assuming I have 5 students, I want these numbers at the center, so I'll just select all of them and just come here and center them. So here I can add even my marks. I want them at the center, so I can select and center these cells. So the first person could be maybe Brian. Brian Omari, and maybe scored 67, 82, and 76 in mathematics, in geography. Then I can have Mary Ann, 72, and maybe 81. So what I want to do right now is I calculate the total marks for each student. So I will start with the equal sum. That is how we start a formula for calculation. Then I will just click the marks for the first person, put a plus, then put another plus. Then to finish the calculation, I will press enter. If you don't have any other figure, don't put a plus after the formula. So I will ensure that I put a plus if there is a figure I want to click. So I will go ahead and press enter. If you want to see your formula, you just click your answer and you can read here from the formula bar. So I will pull down, I will point to this dot here at the corner. When the pointer turns into a black plus sign, I just pull down and it will calculate the rest for me. I will go ahead here and calculate average mark. So I will just take the total here, and since there are 3 subjects, I want to divide by 3 and press enter. I will click the answer. You can see the formula is shown here. Point to the dot and pull it down like that. Then I will go ahead and reduce these decimal places by just coming here. And you see this decrease decimal, keep on clicking until they are gone. Now finally I don't have the decimal places. So I will come here and label this as percentages so that we know they are out of 100 marks. space. Then I can point to the border between the letters. When you see the pointer or the cursor is written like this. So that pointer is also called cursor. So if you see the cursor turning into double arrow, from a plus to double arrow, it means you can now expand this column. You just point and expand them the way you want. So finally, that is how we do calculations in MS Excel. And now I will go ahead and do the averages for each of these subjects. This is the class average. So I will just come here and write the class average. Then I will just select these 3 cells and click these borders. And to do the average here, I will just put equal sign, and I will go ahead and write here average. When I see it in the list, I will just double click it, and I will just select the figures I want to do average, then I will press enter. When there is a decimal place, you just click and round off with this, and I will center this. Now I will not repeat the same for these 2 columns. I will just pick my answer and point to the black dot at the corner. We call it formula handle, and drag across like this. And now I have my average calculated for the class. So class average is simply the performance of mathematics in every subject in the class across all students. And you can see the average class performance for English was higher than the one for geography and mathematics. This is how we do it. Please go ahead, try to repeat what I've done, and see you next time. Bye bye.